Hey guys, hello. I don't remember, gotta remember where the camera is. It's probably gonna be a little bit before anybody gets on here, so I'm just gonna stand here like a strange person again, waiting. I am gonna get on my Instagram and let Instagram know that I'm live now. Hoping that my camera setup is decent, and hopefully the sound is better than last week. Last week I had my wireless earbuds in, and then didn't turn them off. So the microphone was essentially out of my one wireless earbud. I'm hoping that this week is better, but we'll see. So let me get on Instagram and let them know that I'm live. I made it. Hey guys, I'm live on YouTube now, so hopefully you'll come and join me. Hey guys, I'm live on YouTube. I hate listening back to myself. Yeah, so I'm here. I hope that this is public because nobody's getting on. Usually I have one or two jump on right away. Sorry. Okay, I'm done not talking. I was supposed to have a friend join me tonight. That is something that I'm going to start doing. Is I'm going to have people start joining me on Sunday nights. This is going to be a regular thing. Um, I think it would be pretty fun to come on here every Sunday and tell you what I sold over the weekend and give you a little bit of history of the items, like where I got them and how much I sourced them for, and if I think they were a good find or a bad find, just kind of like lay it all out there. And I think it would be really fun to bring on friends, have some of my eBay reselling friends that I've made through Instagram, have them join me and share their solds and talk about what they're picking and what's selling for them. And we can have a little conversation about it. Sunday nights are just going to be for sharing the weekend solds and chit chatting. So I'm going to chit chat to myself apparently right now. Um, and after, I think there might be somebody on now. After a couple people join, I'll start going through my solds. Let me see if I can. I really don't like how the chat is set up. Last week it would pop up a message for like 2 seconds and then it would disappear, and I felt like I was constantly trying to go and look. I think I have it set up now where the messages will stay. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, it's Sunday. This is going to be a new thing. Every Sunday at 10 o'clock I'm going to be here. If you don't know me, I'm Jen. I have been reselling for about a year and a half. August of 2018 I started. 29, yeah, what is this? This is 2020. So yeah, August of 2018, we started up our store. It was a year at the end of August. And then I had sold 14 years prior. I had been on eBay and sold for a little while, probably a span of maybe 6 to 8 months. But I had my second baby and I put it on hold because I had a newborn, and then baby number 3 came along less than 2 years later, and I just never got back to eBay. And to be honest with you, I kind of had forgotten about it. And so last 2 Augusts ago, not this very last one, but the one before that, my husband started talking about it, having interest in selling on eBay and Amazon. And I was like, oh yeah, I loved doing that. That was a really long time ago, but I loved it when I was doing it. So I jumped on board, and now it's pretty much just me. My husband helps here and there. He is hoping to be able to really start working more on Amazon, I think. I think Amazon's more his thing, at least maybe more newer stuff. Like he'll probably do more retail arbitrage things. I like the vintage. We do a lot of sourcing in the summer, a lot of yard sales. So come summertime, I'm going to be taking you along to more yard sales and that kind of stuff. But it's winter now, and so other than the couple little thrift stores that we have here, I haven't been doing much sourcing. I have a big stock, not big, but I have a fairly decent stockpile in the basement of things that aren't listed, so I've been kind of just sourcing my own basement, going through things that we had picked up when we first started, and getting that stuff listed, so then that way come spring and summer, Will's my husband, we can really, you know, pick it up and do a lot of yard sales. Yard sales are our favorites because obviously things are cheaper there than they are at the thrift stores. And then Will likes to do retail arbitrage when he has the time. So that's kind of our little bit of backstory. We don't really do much on Amazon right now. Down the road, maybe we'll have something to talk about as far as that goes. But there's a couple of you watching now, so I'm gonna start talking about what I sold this week or this weekend. This is just from Friday to Sunday. I think I had 8 or 9 sales, nothing huge. I did print off my shipping labels from everything that had sold through Saturday. I printed my shipping labels last night because if you didn't know, the post office jacked the prices up again today. So I didn't package it though. So I kind of weighed it with the packaging and I had my labels printed, but I didn't package them just so I could show you. So I'm gonna go through, I'll save a couple of my bigger sales for the end. But the very first thing that sold this weekend on Friday, by the way, this past week was absolutely horrible for me. I had 8 sales over the weekend, and then all of last week from Monday through Thursday, I only sold one $6 item. That was it for me. And that's really, really, really bad for me. I am not the biggest store. I'm still growing. But I think even my very first week on eBay, I don't even think was that bad. So I don't know what happened in this past week, but one $6 sale is not very encouraging. So I was glad to get the sales that I got this weekend, and I'm really hoping that this next week is going to be better than last. We'll see. Okay, but the first thing that sold this weekend, it sold on Friday, and I'm going to have to pull up to see how much I paid for it. Some of these I have written down, and some of them I don't, and this is one I don't. But this is the first thing that sold. It is hopefully you can see it. Maybe I can, no, it's taped. I can't take this off. It is a like 3D ceramic picture frame. It's the Nativity. I think it's really interesting that this sold. I had it listed the entire Christmas season. I'm not even sure I had a watcher on it through the Christmas season, but here we are, end of January, and it's sold. I think it was an offer to, no, I don't know. It wouldn't have been an offer to watcher. I don't remember. It sold for $12. Yeah, I had it 40% off, and it sold for $12 plus $7.99 shipping, and I thought it might be able to, if I put a piece of cardboard across the front, I thought I might be able to get this into a padded flat rate mailer. That didn't happen. So I made a small little box. I used one of the USPS like pre-made shipping boxes, and I cut it down so it will fit perfectly right around the picture frame that I'm going to wrap in a sheet of bubble wrap. It's going to go there, and then I printed the shipping label for like $8.10 using Pirate Ship. So I think it was like $8.50 on eBay, which wasn't terrible. But I was able to save a few cents using Pirate Ship's cubic rate, and so that's what I'm going to do with that. The buyer did pay $7.99 shipping, and so I got shipping for $8.02 on Pirate Ship, so I paid 3 cents of shipping, so that's not bad. I was pleased with it, especially because it didn't ship the way I thought it was going to, and that could have been a disaster depending on where it was going. But it's only going to New Jersey, and I'm in Ohio, so that's not that bad as far as shipping rates go. The next item, I think I'll save this one. Move on to the next one. The next one that sold, oh my gosh, this is something I'll never pick up again. When I first started selling on eBay, Chico's was a brand that everybody was talking about in the groups that I joined. Let me just say that when I first joined eBay, the very first Facebook groups that I joined, I'm not a member of anymore. And the very first YouTube channels I was watching, I don't watch anymore. I was getting a lot of outdated advice. I think sometimes people who've been selling for a really long time, they find their success, they find what works for them, and then they just keep sharing that information, and it's not very updated for those of us that are new and coming in and aren't established sellers. So I have since found myself better learning tools to follow, but Chico's was one of those brands I was like, oh my gosh, pick it up, you'll make money. And then I very quickly found out that Chico's is very saturated, and unless you find a really special piece, you're not really going to make any money. And this was one of those items. I'm looking down at my phone to see how much I paid for this and how long it was listed. This is like a leopard print, a teal watercolor looking leopard print. It's kind of denim-ish. It's not denim, but it kind of has that feel. And it's a jacket, a button front little jacket in size 2, which I think, is it size 2 or size 3 that supposedly is supposed to be the rare one? I don't know. But anyway, I have only picked up Chico's 1 or 2 times since. I have found 2 items of Chico's that sold really quickly and for a good profit, but the regular basic pieces are not it, so don't pick up Chico's. I will never do it again unless I find something super amazing. I paid $1.50 for this jacket. I originally listed it last November, not November 2019, November 2018. I had just decided about 3 days ago that this was going to be one of the pieces I was going to pull off of my store and donate, because I'm getting ready to do kind of like a refresh of some of my older inventory, and this was going to be one of the items that went, but it sold in time. I sold it for $6.49 with $5.99 shipping. So not terrible, but it was listed for over a year and I paid $1.50 for it, so it wasn't worth it to me. I would not pick this up again. I learned my lesson. No more Chico's for me. Oh, I will tell you, because I just clicked in my head what one of the pieces were. I did one time find a Chico's Travelers shirt. It kind of has like this cartoony graphic on the front. It was a lady riding a donkey. That sold really quick, and I think I sold it for like $25 or $30. So I would pick that up again, the Chico's Travelers, but not just regular old Chico's. Okay, next. If any of you are watching, say hello in the chat. I'm really freaked out that I'm on private. This isn't going out like live to people. I guess if it's not, it's not. It'll be posted later. Okay, so this is something that I found. I got this at the Goodwill. I paid, I don't have written down how much I paid for this one either. 99 cents. I paid 99 cents for this. I did not know what it was. It is pretty decent size, as you can see. It's like a homemade ceramic bunny silhouette. I was like, what is this? And it was cute, and it was 99 cents, and I grabbed it off the shelf, and I brought it home. And I looked it up, and I discovered that it's a napkin ring. Like, that's a pretty big napkin ring, and the hole is really not that big, so it's kind of strange. But you would put your napkin through it and then set it on the Easter dinner table. When I found out it was a napkin ring, then I kind of panicked, because I'm like, great, who's going to want one napkin ring? But it is large enough and cute enough to stand on its own as a figurine. So that's kind of how I marketed it. I did put napkin ring in the title, but I also used figurine. I paid 99 cents for it. It sold for $5 plus $4.99 shipping. Again, not a huge flip, but it's little sales like this that keep my store going. If I could turn $1 into $5, that's not bad. I prefer to turn $1 into $10, but this was the case where it turned 1 into 5, so it's cute. All right, next. Oh, this is not a great sale, but it's kind of a funny sale. I found these little miniature lusterware teacups. They're super cute. They're from Japan. I knew when I bought them they weren't going to be worth very much. I found 2 teacups and 2 saucers. They're different colors. So one was like a blue purple and one was cream. And then there was also one lonely little saucer by itself that didn't have a matching teacup. And so I got that one as well. And I thought about not listing it. This is it. I thought about not listing this and just keeping it like on my living room decorative shelf, since it didn't have a teacup to go along with it. But I listed it anyway. I paid 16 cents for this, essentially, because the teacups and the saucers were all together. So when I divided up, I think I paid 99 cents total for the 2 cups and the 3 saucers. So this ended up being 16 cents by itself. I ended up just going ahead and listing it just to see what happened. My teacups and saucers are still sitting on eBay unsold. The saucer by itself has already sold. So I didn't sell for a ton. It sold for $3.49. But again, it only has 16 cents into it. So $3.49, that works. It had $3.99 shipping. And I'll probably make a little bit on the shipping because I don't think it's going to take I don't think this is going to be more than like 6 ounces probably with a box. I'd be surprised if it was even that. Okay, I do have better sales, I promise. They're not all $3, $5 sales. We're getting there. Ooh, that's what I'm saving for last. That's my best sale. Oh, this is kind of fun. I got these years ago from my mom's neighbor. She is a card maker. She makes her own cards, and she got new scissors, so she gave these to my kids to play with, and they didn't seem to care about them, and I'm not a paper crafter. So these have been sitting on my bedroom shelf for years and years, like probably at least 3 years, probably more like 4 or 5. I've used them for different things here and there, but I can't figure out how to work them. Like, I'm not a paper crafter. So they have all these like cute little, they're edging scissors. I can never make them look right, and I don't do paper crafts. So I decided to list them on eBay. They were free for me, and they sold for $10 plus shipping. No, $11.99 plus $10 shipping. So not bad, $11.99, and it was free, and it cleared up clutter in my room. Okay, this is another thing. So it is advised, if you were a vintage seller, to pick up needlepoint crewel items. This isn't crewel, but you know, those types of things. Finished needlepoint artwork. And I got this. And this is the little bedtime prayer, the old Jesus Loves Me bedtime prayer. And it's cute as can be. It probably needs reframed and rematted. It's not the best, but it's not terrible. I mean, you could hang it up as is. I wouldn't. I would reframe it if it was me. But I decided just to sell it as is because I don't have any use for this. Hi, Land Shark Picker. Thanks for saying hello. I've been so scared that I'm on private and just talking to nobody. So I'm glad somebody said hello. I'm not on private. Good deal. So anyway, one of the things that I learned about when I first started looking at things to sell was needlepoint. And so I picked this up thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to sell for like $50. Woohoo. No. This finally sold after at least a year listed. I can look and see. I put in my little, I don't remember what it's called, the little section where you can put your own little like code, UPC code. I can't remember what it's called. I put my own little, under custom label, I guess it is. Put my own little like notes in there. I have my own little way of knowing when I listed something and how much I sold it for and where it's located in my house. So when something sells, I can, or I get an offer on something, I can very easily look at the listing. See, I'll hide this person's address and try to show you. Nope, you're not gonna be able to see. Anyway, I do this little custom label, and it is a 4-digit date. So if I listed it on today, it would be 0126 for January 26th, and then a dash, and then the price I bought it for. So if I paid 99 cents for this, how much did I pay for this? I paid $2.64 for this. So the next little part of my code is 0264. That means I paid $2.64. If I paid $10, it'd be 1000, and so on. And then the location of where it's at. So this was in box 2B in my basement. And then when I revise listings, I have a whole other thing. Anyway, I can very easily look at my listings and know when I listed it, how much I paid for it. So I paid $2.64 for this, and I listed it originally January 8th of 2019. So it's been listed for just over a year. I relisted it on January 1st of this year. That's probably like the 4th or 5th time it's been relisted because I do end and sell similar every month, every 30 days on my listings. But it sold for $10 with $10 shipping. And I think when I originally listed it for sale, I had it for $40. So not good. And I don't know, like I don't know how to fix that because I see people selling needlework stuff for $30, $40, sometimes $200. I don't know why this particular one was only worth $10. I mean, I waited a year. I don't know how much longer. Maybe it's just the subject matter. Not a lot of people are decorating their kids' nurseries with this little cutesy stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed for this. This was only $10. If I had a baby, I would just keep it and decorate their nursery with it for that, but I don't. My babies are big. Okay, now I finally do have some good sales. These are my 2 best sales of the weekend, and these are my last 2. The first one is a set of plates that I had just picked up a couple weeks ago. I haven't sourced in a really long time. I definitely hadn't sourced since way before Christmas. And I think like the weekend after New Year's, I kind of looked at my husband and I think I was taking my son to work, and I said, "There's a thrift store like right down the street from his work." And I looked at my husband and I was like, "I'm going to the thrift store after I drop Hayden off at work. Like I'm gonna go to the thrift store. I've got to get new stuff. Like I know I have plenty of stuff here that I can list, but I just needed something new and exciting. So that's what I did that day. And I didn't find a bunch of stuff, but I did find a bunch of plates. I came home with so many plates, it was ridiculous. I got these. These are International Table Works in the pattern Heartland. Um, my mom didn't have this pattern, but she had these same plates growing up. Like we ate off of these plates, but a different pattern. As soon as ours was like blue around the edge, I can't remember what the picture was, but I recognized these as soon as I saw them. Not this exact pattern, but like the style of the plate, and that's what even made me pick it up and look at it. So I looked it up, and it turned out that these actually have value. These are pretty sought after. This particular pattern, this Heartland pattern. They're from 1994. They're dated. And I sold a set of 8. I took an offer for $40 plus $25 shipping. I recently been playing around with flat rate priority shipping. I used to always do either free or calculated, but recently, probably the beginning of December, end of November, I changed almost my whole store. I'm still slowly updating some things. Pretty much everything has a flat rate cost. My first class stuff was always flat rate, between $3.99 and $5.99. But my priority was, if it wasn't free, then it was calculated. And that can be bad. Like these plates, they're going to go to Phoenix or somewhere, Arizona somewhere in Arizona. And it's going to take every bit of that $25 to send all 8 plates. I'll show you. They're so heavy. They're so heavy. It's going to take all of that $25 to get them there through FedEx. No. Anyway, but had this fix this first. Act like it's no big deal. That's kind of silly. Oh well, you're not how you were before, but this will work. Anyway, it's going to take all of the $25 to get them to Arizona from Ohio. But had calculated shipping on them, it would have cost the buyer like $68 to ship. So I am finding that when I list things, what I would do is I'll use the eBay shipping calculator and I'll figure out what the highest cost from me to California would be. Like that's going to be the most it's ever going to cost me for the most part. Like I use whatever the California zip code is, and I have been doing $7.99, $9.99, $12.99, $14.99, and $25. Those are my priority mail flat rates. I have yet to have had anything that shipped for more than $25 for my cost using my eBay discount, my top rated seller shipping discount. It is working phenomenally, I think. I feel like, obviously this past week is not a good representation, but since I started doing flat rate priority shipping, no joke, my sales almost immediately went up. I had less people like finagling me with price. It seemed. I mean, maybe it's coincidental, but I don't think so. I really feel like having that flat rate shipping on there was good. And it does help when somebody does send me an offer, because I always have like what the highest price would be to ship. If somebody sends me a lower offer, so let's say I accepted, well, how much did I have these listed for anyway? I don't know, I'd have to look it up. I know I had them for more than $40, but I was happy with the 40. But anyway, let's say this buyer in Arizona would have sent me a $25 offer. Well, I could easily then go look and see, well, they're from Arizona. I could put the details into the eBay shipping calculator and see that it's going to take that whole $25 shipping cost. No, I wouldn't be able to go down that low. But if somebody from 2 towns away from me put in a $25 offer and I saw it was only going to cost me $12 to ship it, so I would know I'd be making over $12 in shipping, then yeah, I would take it because I would make up that in the shipping overage. I don't ever refund people's shipping unless I made a mistake. So if I did have calculated shipping on it, and let's say I had it calculated at £3 and it was only £1 and there was a big difference, then I would refund somebody's money for shipping. Otherwise, I don't, because in my mind, they have accepted what the price is and they made their purchase, and any overages, it all evens out. You know, like it covers my cost for my shipping supplies. It covers on some things when I have to pay a little bit because maybe this is going to ship for $25.68. Well, the person before that I was over $1 on shipping, that covers that 68 cents. It all evens out at the end of the day. My opinion is they agreed to the cost. We're good to go. I'm getting off on a side tangent. These sold for $40 with $25 shipping. I'm really happy about it. I can't remember what I originally had them listed at, but I did see where I could have countered back to them for more money, but they were on sale. Now I'm remembering. They were on sale for $47 and change. The original price was higher than that, but being on sale for $47 and they were offering 40, there would, what was I going to get, like $3 more if I counter offered? It wasn't worth losing that sale, so I took it. That was a lot of talking. Now on to my big sale. This I'm excited and I'm also really depressed about the sale all at the same time. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I told you guys, those plates I paid $4.56. So I just under 10 times to my money on those ones. So not bad. Okay, this was my best sale of the week. It was also kind of the weekend. It was also kind of my worst, personally. I'll show you what it was. It's like best and worst, good and bad, and I'll tell you why. Don't worry. This is what sold. This is by Herend. It's hand painted and made in Hungary. Very pretty. It's like a serving tray. Has all these great little details. It's got the birds with the necklace. They're known for all of Herend's pieces. This is called Rothschild bird. That's the pattern. They're all going to have birds with a tree and the necklace hanging around the rim of the tree. This is a more modern one. You can see they got the little birds on the side. Here's the mark. What was the year on this? I think I have it. No, I don't. I can't remember. But I do know that this is a more modern one. I believe this is from the 80s. They do have ones in this exact same style that are much older, but this one is newer, and I know that based on this design. This, I paid 94 cents. I only paid 94 cents for this at the Goodwill. And I sold it for $78 with $12.99 shipping, which is fantastic. I turned 94 cents into 78. If all of my sales were like this, I'd be so thrilled. And that's my goal, is to make the majority of my sales be like this and less like this. I would like to be making higher profits. That's the plan. I'm getting there. I'm trying. But the reason why this is also my worst sale, even though 94 cents into 78 is awesome, I originally had this listed for over $200. And then I had it marked down, like I had dropped the price. I think I originally started at $210. I dropped the price to $179, and it was on sale for, I don't know, let me look and see what it was on sale for. I think I had it, I don't know, it was marked down. Sorry, give me just a second. So like I say, I started at $210, dropped it to $179, and, oh, I don't know what it was on sale for. Whatever 50% of $179 is what it was on sale for. I think $90 is what I had it at. And the person offered me $78, which is really hard not to take, but it was also like, hey, I started at $200. Why would I take $78? When I originally listed this, there were a couple recent solds of this exact platter. There are all different pieces, but this exact platter, there were a couple of recent solds when I originally listed it in, when did I list this? September? When I originally listed in September, there were a couple of recent solds that were high. They were over 150. And so I went high. Mine was the only one on eBay at the time, and I went high. And apparently, since September, a couple people have swooped in and sold theirs for much lower. So when I looked at the recent solds, there were two of these exact platters that had sold for $60 plus shipping. So that explains why mine wasn't selling on sale for 90, marked down from 179 down to 90. It wasn't selling. I couldn't understand. Um, I originally had it marked down to like 120, and I was sending offers for 90 because I had like 9 or 10 watchers on it, and nobody was taking. I'm like, how are you not taking this? It's originally 179. I'm offering you $90. Like, take it. And then I found out other people were selling them for 60. They were swooping in, undercutting me. I should have checked it. I didn't. I usually do. But anyway, so yeah. So $78 I took because it's still $18 higher than what people would have been selling it for, but it's so much lower than what it was selling for. This is probably one of my biggest things I don't understand about eBay is I don't understand the race to the bottom. A lot of people call it. I don't get it. Like, why? If you see something can sell for $200, why would you take 60 for it? That blows my mind. And all it does is just drops the price for everybody else. If they would have offered me any lower, like if they would have offered 60, no way in this world would I have taken it. Also, had my sales been better this weekend, like I say, these plates selling for 40 is my next highest sale, and it's going to be a lot of work to package up these 8 plates. So when you look at it that way, it's like not that great of a sale. So because everything else was like $3.50, $5, $10, like since it was a lot of little stuff, to be able to have a $78 sale, especially to show you guys, because I knew I was going to be live tonight, was kind of my motivation behind it. I wanted to make a little bit of money this weekend and have something great to show you. But also, another part of me was really tempted to turn it down and hold firm to my $90. I literally don't get it. This is not the first time this has happened. I have had so many things that when I listed them, the recent solds were fantastic, and by the time, a few months had gone by and mine finally sold, so many people had come in behind me and behind the other people that had their stuff listed and priced theirs lower, and then someone comes in behind them and prices it lower, and then next thing you know, we're all selling $200 items for $60. Like, it makes no sense to me. Let's all, as a community, this is my plea to the eBay community, let's stop doing that. Let's all price our stuff. Like, I know you want to be the one that sells first, but like if we all price pretty fairly around the same, area, it's all gonna sell. Like, we'll all get our turn, I promise. I don't understand the race to the bottom. It's my biggest pet peeve on eBay. And speaking of pet peeves on eBay, is anybody else having their phones, their iPads, whatever, is your eBay app cha-chinging for offers declined? This just started today and I'm about ready to lose my mind. It was swore. I got 4 cha-chings in a row. My phone was like cha-ching, 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 and then my iPad in the other room was cha-ching, cha-ching, and then Will's phone in the other room was cha-ching, cha-ching. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? Oh my gosh, I made so many sales. It's so exciting. And then I looked and I had 4 offers declined in a row. So I don't know if 4 offers went out to the same person or if it was just 4 offers that I had sent, like one after another, and you know how it's like the offer's only good for 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever. I don't know if those offers then expired, and so that was considered a decline. That's my only, seems like the only like reasonable explanation of why they all came in so quickly back to back, was that I had sent them all in a row, and so they all expired in a row. Number one, the only time I've ever gotten an offer declined notification from eBay is when I'm counter offering to somebody. Someone sends me an offer for $10, I counter at 15, they decline. Then I'll get a notification. And it's always just the basic, like, random generic notification sound that my phone makes. But today, all of my offers to watchers, when they're declined, I'm getting a notification, or expired, I'm getting a notification, and the notification is a cha-ching. No joke, I have had 8 cha-chings today, that have been offered declined. eBay's toying with my emotions. I don't know what's happening. Is this happening to anybody else? Then like part of me is like, is it just my phone? But then I'm like, no, because my iPad did it and my husband's phone did it. But we're all on the same app. So is it our app settings? But it couldn't be. I haven't changed anything. I don't know. I don't know whose idea this was. I don't know who decided to send notifications about offers to watchers being declined or expiring. Like that just seems kind of unnecessary. If they don't want to take it, then don't take it. But I don't know why I need to be notified about that. But also, what the heck? Why is the sound of cha-ching? It's ridiculous. eBay's toying with my heart. I was gonna have so many sales. Anyway, the night's not over. I could still get a couple sales. I have to package all this stuff up. I've been on here for 35 minutes, so I think maybe I should go and get to work on packaging. I could keep talking while I package, but I don't think I will. If you guys have any questions or want to talk to me in the chat, I'll stay on as long as, you know, you're talking back. But otherwise, I'm going to go so that way this doesn't have a super long playback for people who watch after the fact. Maybe next week I'll have a friend with me. I had somebody who did want to be on tonight, but I think she must be busy because I couldn't get a hold of her, which is fine. It's no big deal. Like, I'm not going to hold anybody hostage and make them go live with me. But I do think sometimes it would be fun if I had other people go live. I also have Robin from Ecom 101. She said she'd come on with me some night, so hopefully that will happen. I don't know if any of you watch Joey and Robin on their YouTube channel. Like I say, it's Ecom 101, C-O-M. They're fantastic. I was on their show a few months ago. I love them. And Robin sent me a message today and said she'd be happy to join me some Sunday night. So we'd have like a split screen thing going on, and you'd have, instead of me just rambling at the camera, I would actually have somebody to talk to, and we could both show solds. But yeah, I'm going to start doing this every Sunday night at 10 p.m. That seems to work out good. I am hoping to eventually get back to some filmed videos where I edit them and, you know, take you along thrifting with me, or just go about my day, show you what I do in a day, and do a shipping video. I really want to film a shipping video. I think that would be fun. But yeah, it probably wouldn't make any sense for me to ship now with you guys watching because I don't have like the camera set up. There's no way for you to see what I'm doing. So I would just be down here working and then like, okay, I wrapped it in tissue paper. We're not going to do that. I'm going to go. But yeah, if you have any questions, if you're here, I can see there's a few of you watching. So just say hello and let me know who's here. I know Land Shark Picker. Land Shark Picker, that's what it was, right? I know they were here. Ah, no. I switched the camera. Oh, I've lost my mind. Yeah, Land Shark Picker. I couldn't remember if it was Picker or Thrifter. I know they were in here and said hello, but if anybody else wants to say hi, let me know you were here. Yeah, hopefully these Sunday nights, once everybody knows I'm going to be here, hopefully my chat gets bigger. Hi, couple of pickers. Thank you for watching. Yeah, appreciate it. I was going to say sorry for rambling, but what else am I going to do? That's what a YouTube video is. Okay, obviously you can probably tell I'm getting nervous and don't know what to say. So I'm going to get going. Maybe next week I'll have a friend. Maybe it'll just be me. Hopefully my sales will be some more higher dollar things. Like I say, I'm not complaining about selling this platter for 78 cents. Don't get me wrong. It's just the situation. When I thought I was going to get 200, 78's a little bit of a letdown. But otherwise, I'm really excited about this. This is one of my better picks ever. You know, like 94 cents to 78. Can't complain about that. But I do, you know, you still need those little, you know, the little $5 stuff here and there. That's what keeps our stores going. I love the vintage. I do think I'm going to, at least until yard sales start back up, I think I'm gonna get some more clothes from the thrift stores and get those listed. I'm just trying some new things in 2020. I have a lot of things I want to do, and I have a lot of goals for my channel. And hey, bye, couple of pickers. Thank you so much. I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of goals for 2020, and I have a vision for what I want my store to look like, and I've got to get my sales up. So I think, as much as I hate to say it, I think I am going to have to list some more clothes. I've sold clothes here and there. I don't like it. I don't like doing clothes, but I think that I get more views when I have clothes listed in my store, and I think that can only help my hard goods, my vintage stuff. So you'll probably be seeing some of that coming soon. Well, you can't really see it, but right there, that's a pile of clothing and linens that I have all ready to go, washed and ready to be photographed. So I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow night. Okay, thank you for watching. If you're watching the playback, I appreciate it. Leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know. Let me know if there's any other eBay YouTubers. Yeah, reselling YouTubers. Let me know if there's any other reselling YouTubers that you would like maybe to join me on Sunday nights. I could send them a message and ask if they'd be interested. I think it would be fun to have like Sunday nights be like a little hangout over here on HTK Flippers. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that way you don't miss me next week and you don't miss it if I put up another surprise edited video in between. Get those notifications turned on and leave a thumbs up if you liked it. You can thumbs it down if you didn't like it. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Do what you want to do, and hopefully I'll see you next week. I think that's it. Bye.